What's up, internet, social media? Good morning to you. Good morning, Facebook. I've got Instagram here on my phone. This is the weekly show that I call Humpday Live. It's just 15 minutes to get you through the week. I surveyed the folks that follow my social media pages and asked them, hey, if I was going to get on social media in the morning to give you a little information, a little news, a little motivation, would you prefer for me to do it on Monday to start the week or on Wednesday to keep you going through the week? Overwhelmingly, the answer was do it on Wednesday. Give us a little hump day motivation. So I take 15 minutes every Wednesday. I give you a little news. I give you some info, some tips and tricks for fitness, nutrition, and wellness, and just a little heartfelt from me to you to keep you going through the week. So let's start with the news because this is a news story that we've practically all been following. We're all familiar now with the Olympic dance competitor, Ray Gunn from Australia, who showed up to the Olympics with a unique dance routine in the breakdancing category and placed out with 0 points. But I don't know if you guys know the alleged scandal behind Ray Gunn's appearance. I'm going to read this news for you. Now, this news comes from a website called Bro Bible. I searched practically every other news organization, tried to find information from one respected. So I'm going to continue to use the term alleged as I talk about this information from our favorite Australian breakdancer who dresses like she works the rides at Jurassic Park. The title says Australian breakdancer Ray Gunn allegedly manipulated Olympic qualifying process. The 2024 Olympics in Paris are over and done, and one of the biggest stars coming out of the event, for better or worse, is a 36-year-old Australian breakdancer named Ray Gunn. Dr. Rachel Gunn, who goes by breakdancing name of Ray Gunn, went viral for her comically bad routines, losing each of the battles she participated in. It left a lot of us wondering, how the heck did she make it all the way to the Olympics? And as it turns out, she may well have done some manipulating of the system to keep better, more deserving dancers out. There's a TikTok user named Holden Smith 962 that said in a video on Monday that as breaking down the potential scandal, he references a change.org petition titled Hold Ray Gunn, Rachel Gunn, and Anna Mears accountable for unethical Olympic selection. So what exactly is the petition about? Let's get into it. It claims that Gunn set up her own governing body for breakdancing and manipulated said governing body for her own benefit. Allegedly, she set up her own qualifying tournament and denied funding to other competitors who wanted to compete in the Australian tournament. The petition also alleges that her husband was the coach of the Australian Olympic breakdancing team. A second TikTok posted by user the Sasha Whitney dove even deeper into the potential scandal. Whitney revealed that while governing bodies wanted breakdancing in the Olympics, several of its top competitors were opposed to the idea. She states that the World Dance Sport Federation, the WDSF, created its own governing body, that's Ray Gunn's governing body, to oversee breakdancing prior to the 2024 Olympic Games. Competitors who wished to enter qualifying tournaments had to be members of the WDSF. Many potential competitors could not afford the associated fees. Whitney also stated that the WDSF only held one qualifying competition for all of Australia. So at very best, the qualifying process was extremely restrictive. At worst, it was fixed. and it resulted in complete and total embarrassment for both Ray Gunn and Australia. What do you think about that? That Dr. Rachel Gunn, aka Ray Gunn, her husband was the breakdancing Olympic coach for Australia, and prior to the 2024 games, they put together their own governing body, because they had the scratch, and excluded other dancers from even entering into the governing body, which you had to be a member of, to be able to participate in any of the qualifying events for Australia. And then subsequently we got the gift of the dancing genius that she allowed us, not limited to the kangaroo, as well as the floppy fish. Floppy fish is my favorite. Let's move on. Let's talk about tips for health. Is it possible that healthy foods are leading you down the path to weight gain? I had this conversation with my clients last week about healthy foods. One client in particular who was telling me about her healthy choice to eat cheese. I love cheese, there's nothing wrong with it. What we did was we broke down the fact that cheese fits into the category of dietary fats. Even though they have some protein in them, there's nothing wrong with cheese, but there's some dietary fat there. And the fact that for every 1 gram of a carbohydrate that you eat, you're eating 4 calories. For every 1 gram of a protein that you eat, you're eating 4 calories. For every 1 gram of a dietary fat you eat, you're eating 9 calories. So dietary fats have double the amount of calories. They're calorie dense. She wasn't aware of this at the time, and she said, oh, I can see some other things that I've been doing now that could be leading to weight gain, even though I classify these things as healthy foods. One of the dangers in classifying foods as healthy or not, or good or bad, is the fact that it associates an unnecessary morality to the food. Food has no moral value. But the other thing that's a complication when assigning food as being good or bad is that you have a tendency to overconsume quote unquote healthy foods. A lot of the times when I'm talking to potential clients, I'll ask them what do they think is the problem, why haven't they been able to get to whatever goal they want to. And one of the common phrases I hear is, oh, I eat healthy food though. And we miss the fact that healthy food still got calories, y'all. I want to bring in an Exhibit A. This is a little pouch of power blend items. Nuts and trail mix, that type of thing. And one might look at potato chips and say, well, potato chips are an unhealthy food. But this trail mix, it's got all natural ingredients. It's healthy. And oftentimes manufacturers of foods that come in pouches, bags, boxes, will use buzzwords to indicate that it's healthy, right? In this case, this one says it's a power blend, and it says protein rich. You can't see it on camera, but that's what it says. So you might grab this bag and say, oh, this is healthy food. I'm going to take this bag down. It's just a little pouch, not much bigger than my hand. Here's the challenge. Because it's just chock full of delicious almonds and nuts and things like that, which have high dietary fat content, healthy dietary fats, mind you, right? But that drives up the calorie count. I want you to understand that for most of you, at best, a nice strenuous workout is going to cause your body to burn 300 or so-ish calories. I mean, that's a really intense workout. 300, maybe 350. There's a spectrum here. It's not the same for every woman. But just think about this example. It burns 300 calories, right? At some point in the day, you're not showing one of these, right? You just, what's that? Oh, it's my healthy trail mix. And you turn this thing around and you look at the fact that the amount per serving is 400 calories, right? And in this case, a serving is the entire pouch. You want to look at the serving size, right? Because it wouldn't be unusual for something like this to contain 2 servings. they would say it was 400 calories and a serving size is half the package. You eat the whole thing and now you're at 800. In this case, it's 400 total calories if you eat this whole pouch. You don't have to earn your food. You don't have to work out to be able to earn your food. That's not the conversation that I'm having here. Nor are you required to burn off what you eat. Not the conversation that we're having here. The conversation we're having here is about energy balance and how it works. The law of thermodynamics. What we're talking about in the case of fat loss is that during the course of any given day, we need to have expelled more calories than we've consumed. We have to burn more calories in a day than what we've eaten. That's called a calorie deficit. If you were to look just at the two things, eating this and having a workout, your workout may burn 300 calories, 350. You eat this bag at some point in the day, you've eaten 400 calories. You're in a calorie surplus of 100 calories at that point. And if every other thing that you've eaten during the course of the day added up to the amount of calories that your body needed, and you did a workout, and you ate one of these, you would end every day primarily in a calorie surplus. That's not a weight loss protocol. That's a weight gain protocol over time. So remember, in the case of my clients, we have a protocol for nutrition that doesn't involve calorie counting. But even still, remember that healthy foods are good for you. They give you nutrients and vitamins, in this case, some great dietary fats and some energy. But healthy foods also have calories in them, right? Usually with whole foods, things that we eat that are in their natural state, like an apple, usually they are very, very low calorie because they're whole foods. Not much has been added to them. Nothing's been added to a whole food, as a matter of fact. But in the case of healthy foods, you have to remember that the health is one component of it. If you're after fat loss reduction, body fat reduction, and you don't have to be, but if you are after that, remember that the calorie intake is another part of the equation of how, for lack of a better term, good it is for you. Healthy foods have calories also, and if you're not mindful of what you're consuming, just thinking, I eat healthy, you can find yourself in a situation where you're not getting the results that you want, and you're kind of mystified as to why you're not getting the results. Be mindful that healthy foods have calories, and just stop with the categorization of food in general, because it's typically not helpful for you. From me to you, one thing I wanted you to think about during the course of this week is instead of always trying to make the right decision, go ahead and make a decision and make it right with your actions. You can correct almost any decision, but you can never get back the time that you spent deliberating on the decision. This will save you time. This will make you a more actionable human. This will allow you to realize that there's no such thing as failure in decision making. It's simply a matter of learning and adjusting on the fly. Make your decisions quickly. I'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for chiming in with me today.